Right, so what I got going on here is I got this steering linkage bar. I had to take it off to make room for the pan to come out. I'm hoping, I just got it kind of swung out of the way. I didn't take this side apart. So I'm hoping I can get the pan out just like that. Some guys are saying you got to pull the motor and stuff, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to try to get away with it without doing it. All right, looks like I got to take off the dust cover to the transmission. This is a 4-speed car. Seems to be hanging up right there. Should be able to get the pan out once I get this off. I would like to post 2 videos a week. I struggle just to post 1 video a week. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time to come out here and work all the time. If you got little kids, you know what I'm talking about. But when I built this car, I had it completely built and finished in 1 year. That's before kids. But even before kids, I learned really quickly, even coming out to the shop and just working for an hour or even just a half an hour just to do something small real quick, and it sure does make it go faster. When you're trying to build a car, you sure get a lot done when you just, what's that saying? An hour a day goes a long way. You just put 1 hour in just to get something small done. That's one less thing. This is my homemade dust cover. I didn't have one for this transmission. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to loosen the passenger side header. It just comes in so tight. It's just holding it up. I knew it was gonna be close. Tried getting away with it. Doesn't look like I'm going to. So I'm getting these header bolts loose. Boy, I tell you, sometimes Mopars aren't fun to work on. Got a couple bolts here that I have to do with a wrench because they're just so close to the header I can't get a socket in there. And this is a small block Mopar. It's a 408 stroker that I got from Indy Cylinder Head. Bought it from them as a crate motor. And so far, this engine has just been so good. It runs cool temperature all the time. Lots of power, tons of torque. Just runs so good. I need to grab a socket. And hopefully I can just get these loose enough to where this header will just pivot to get the pan to come out. I'm just probably gonna back these bolts out about I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch or something. I thought about when I was putting a motor in this car used to be a slant 6 car, and it was a really nice original car. It only had 43,000 original miles on it. This was my grandpa's car that I bought from him. And super nice original, but after a while I wanted a hot rod. So when I was thinking about getting motors, I thought about putting a big block in it, and then I also thought about putting in like a Gen 3 Hemi in it. But their Indy cylinder head, for the money, these 408s, this was like the best bang for the buck at the time. And so far I've been real happy with it. I kind of wish I would have went with TTI headers though, but at the time I was at a point where I needed to cut costs somewhere, so I did that with headers. I had to save money somewhere. These Headmans were about half the price of the TTIs, but I could always put TTIs on this later. All right, let's see what that does.